Okie dokie. Time for lesson 3. This one is as short as the previous two and nearly as boring if you've been in school lately. But run through it anyway so that you'll know the jargon I'll be using as well as the modifications I've made to serve my teaching method. As I said, sentences need nouns and verbs. We already covered nouns lightly, now we'll cover verbs. The second necessary part of a sentence is a verb. This angry-looking guy will represent verbs because he's in action. Lots of people know the short version of a noun definition, but very few know this awkward definition of a verb. You don't need to know it either. Expecting you to remember this, much less apply it, is way too much. Use the definition on slide number 9. A verb is an action. Using this definition to test for a verb is important through all of Unit 1. Now we'll discuss action verbs in general. An action is a slip. You can slip on ice. An action is see. You can see someone slip on ice. The definition of do or see being done can apply to this verb, but not all verbs are actions you can see or do. Because we need to keep sentences simple as possible when studying sentence structure, we'll just use action verbs until later. We will get to the other kind of verbs after we've mastered Unit 2. About the other kind of verbs, rooster, if you please. There are 3 kinds of verbs: helping, linking, and verbals. Remember, if the rooster appears, you don't need to learn this just now. Those of you who know about helping and linking verbs, avoid them for now. You won't need them for quite a while. This is just for your information. We won't be teaching them until lessons 3, 4, and 5. If we were in class, I'd run over lots of examples. What you can do is decide on a word that you think is an action word, look in a dictionary, and verify that it is an action. Well, that was quick. Before we go, short quiz, just to wet your whistle. This is a bit more challenging depending on your current level of English jargon and the application of its meaning. If you're confused, write below and I'll see if I can give you some help. We have 2 weeks before the next lesson comes out, so use it to roam through a dictionary and verify that you know nouns and verbs. After you're confident, join me for lesson 4. Here's an itty-bitty quiz before we go. You can't see, love, like, and crave. These are internal, intellectual, non-tangible experiences that cannot be seen. Therefore, they're not action verbs. Another quick lesson. Pretty soon you'll think I lied about that thinking as hard as algebra thing. It is coming. Don't worry. I'll be here to guide you along.